Good morning. We're coming to you this morning to give you some advice on freeze protection. With the historic freezes we've had in the last few years, it's very important to protect your personal property, your personal plumbing, and also prevent any excessive water bills. I would like to start off with explaining where the customer's responsibility starts and where the city's responsibility ends. This is your typical meter box. Everything within this meter belongs to the city, everything within this box. Everything from this edge of the meter box all the way to the house or the commercial property is a responsibility of the property owner. So it is very important to get your freeze protection taken care of early. If we wait to the last minute to purchase any of these commercially available freeze protection options, they will be sold out by the time you get there. They're all available at local hardware stores, Lowe's, Home Depot, online, and most of your plumbing retailers. So what we have here is a bag for freeze protection for a backflow device. These are typical in commercial as well as residential applications. What we have here is a commercial application, which is typically in the right-of-way or closer to the parking lot and not next to the building. But in your residential application, it will be exactly the same. This will be up next to your house. Anywhere you have a lawn irrigation system, you will also have a backflow device. So inside here is your backflow protection for your lawn irrigation system. On a residential application, these will be up next to the house in a typical install. Your water comes from the meter through this side, through your backflow preventer. This prevents any contaminated water from the yard from getting back into the city drinking water supply. So these are very important. The water then exits, goes through here, goes out to your lawn irrigation system. This is just your typical any hardware store, Lowe's, foam insulation that's around the pipe. The piping itself is protected in this application. The backflow device itself is not. These do contain water year-round, even when your backflow or your lawn irrigation is turned off. It's important that this is protected from the freeze. So in this application, you can see how important it is to get the proper bag size when out searching for freeze protection for these backflow devices. This bag doesn't completely reach the ground, which leaves exposed plumbing at the bottom. Though this plumbing is actually protected with the foam insulation and the tape, the device itself is still only protected by the bag. So in this application, they have placed the bag, which is too short, but they have chosen a more aesthetically pleasing way to protect this with the plastic rock. These are available also at your typical Ace Hardware, Home Depot, Lowe's, plumbing supply stores, or online. This merely sets over the top of the whole rig, goes all the way to the ground, thus trapping the heat from the ground under this rock and protecting this device from freezing. So here we're going to talk about the typical residential and commercial hose bib application for freeze protection. It's important that these are protected as well. Water that feeds this hose bib comes all the way out to the edge here. So when you turn that off, you still have a little piece that is exposed water that can freeze and burst this hose bib. Here we have the typical commercially available freeze protection device available at all the same locations that I had mentioned before. Like I said, it's very important to plan ahead and get these. If we wait till the first freeze and we need these, they're not going to be available. They will be sold out. So this is very simple to apply. It comes with a little piece of plastic inside. You hoop that either over the hose bib nozzle itself. Any place available to hook it on is perfectly fine. Once that is on, you merely press it all the way against the house and then tighten the slack out of the little device provided. And that will provide you freeze protection for your hose bibs through the wintertime. So this morning we have discussed your typical commercially available freeze protection devices. If you get to the store to purchase any of these and they are sold out, you can wrap these with towels, sheets, anything you can wrap them with to protect them from a freeze, even if commercially available products are not on the shelves at the time. The reason this is so vitally important is it prevents water loss, it prevents excessive cost in plumbing repairs, and excessive cost in water bills. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call, 254-501-6500, or visit us online at killeentexas.gov/water.